Hello. The story of the BMW 1 Series is, in many ways, a story about BMW itself, grappling with the modern world. For decades, the Munich-based company was known for rather specific things: rear-wheel drive saloons, powerful engines, and a certain air of executive seriousness. Yet back in 2004, that is precisely what they gave us. The first-generation 1 Series, codenamed the E87, was launched to a world that wasn't entirely sure what to make of it. It was a bold move, designed to bring new, perhaps younger customers into the BMW fold without, theoretically, diluting the brand's cherished values. It was a proper BMW, they insisted, just smaller. Now let's talk about the way it looks, because the 1 Series has never been a car to shy away from design-related debate. The first generation featured flame surfacing, characterized by convex and concave panels that played with light and shadow. The result was a car that looked interesting. These proportions were a direct result of its rear-wheel drive layout, as the engine was mounted longitudinally, north to south, just like in a proper sports car. While rivals like the Audi A3 and Mercedes-Benz A-Class had more traditional hatchback shapes, the 1 Series looked almost like a small estate car that had been squashed from both ends. The second generation, the F20, arrived in 2011 and attempted to smooth out some of the original's more challenging lines. The headlights were large and rather droopy, giving the car a perpetually surprised or slightly sad expression. Then, in 2019, everything changed. The third-generation F40 model was built on a front-wheel drive platform shared with Mini. The long bonnet was gone, replaced by a much shorter, stubbier nose. While this made it look more like its rivals, it also meant it lost the very thing that made its predecessors unique. At the core of any BMW's appeal is the way it drives, and the 1 Series has always offered a powertrain for almost every persuasion. You could have sensible 4-cylinder petrol and diesel engines that were brilliant for company car drivers, focusing on fuel economy and low emissions. However, the real magic happened further up the price list. The first-generation 130i was a proper little hot hatch, packing a naturally aspirated 3-liter 6-cylinder engine into a compact body. It was smooth, sounded glorious, and provided a driving experience that no rival could match. Later, the spectacular 1M Coupe arrived, a limited-run special with a twin-turbocharged straight-six that is now a modern classic. The second generation continued this trend with the M140y, which used a turbocharged 3-liter straight-six. These were astonishingly fast cars, effectively muscle cars in a hatchback suit. The switch to front-wheel drive for the third generation marked the end of an era. The new performance flagship, the M135iX drive, now uses a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. While it produces over 300 horsepower and comes with clever all-wheel drive, something has been lost. The character, the sound, and the unique sensation of a big engine powering the rear wheels in a small car have gone. Placing the 1 Series in the automotive landscape requires looking both within BMW's own family and at its sworn enemies. Internally, the 1 Series has always been the entry point, the first rung on the BMW ladder. If the 3 Series was the default choice for a junior executive, the 1 Series was for the graduate trainee. Compared to its main rivals, the Audi A3 and the Mercedes-Benz A-Class, the battle has always been fierce. For its first 2 generations, the BMW's unique selling proposition was its rear-wheel drive layout. The BMW was always the one you chose if you enjoyed driving for driving's sake. With the latest generation, the playing field has been leveled. Now that the 1 Series is also front-wheel drive, the distinctions are more nuanced. The choice between the 3 German titans now comes down to subtler differences in brand image, interior design, and infotainment systems. Stepping inside a BMW 1 Series has always been a reassuringly familiar experience. The evolution of the interior has closely followed technological advancements of the automotive world. The centerpiece of the modern cabin is BMW's iDrive infotainment system, which has evolved into one of the most intuitive and user-friendly systems on the market. However, there was a recurring criticism with the earlier rear-wheel drive models: a lack of space. The packaging required for the longitudinal drivetrain meant interior room was compromised. The switch to front-wheel drive has completely solved this issue. The latest 1 Series is significantly roomier inside, making it a far better family car. So, after all that, we arrive at the big question: is the BMW 1 Series worth it? The answer, as is so often the case with cars, is it depends. If you're a driving enthusiast looking for a used bargain, the first two generations offer something truly unique. A rear-wheel drive premium hatchback is a rare and special thing. If you are in the market for a brand new premium compact car today, the latest 1 Series is a much more rational and well-rounded vehicle. It has a superb, high-quality interior packed with brilliant technology, efficient engines, and finally has the interior space to compete directly with its rivals. Ultimately, the BMW 1 Series is for the person who wants the premium badge, the superior build quality, and the sporty image of a BMW, but in a compact and manageable size. It remains a hugely important car for BMW, serving as the gateway to the brand for thousands of new customers each year. It may have changed its philosophy, but its place in BMW's lineup is more secure than ever.